past Mayor Thomas D'Alessandro, and Congressman Elijah Cummings. Two individuals who worked tirelessly and endlessly to bring Baltimore City to a place where equitable practices live and thrive, with a caring heart to ensure that all residents of the city lived fruitful and prosperous lives. So take a moment with me and just in silence and send love out to those two sons of Baltimore. We know they're resting in peace. The work they have done over the years still lays here with all of us, particularly those of us from Baltimore City. But they just weren't just Baltimore City sons, they were this nation's son, this world's son. So take a moment with me just to give a silent prayer to past Mayor D'Alessandro and Congressman Cummings. Here, we finally arrived. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. My name is Ron Hantz. I'm the founder and board president of the Network for Developing Conscious Communities. What you heard from Reverend Burnett echoes out truly what this organization is really about. Elevating consciousness in community development. Bringing people along to a level of prosperity that anyone is given opportunity to have a fruitful and bountiful life. I like to describe this network as an emerged organization. You know, we came above ground about 5 years ago with the thought that we would do our work around being human and being practitioners of spiritual practices in this work. What we saw was a disconnect in community development. We saw a community development sector that had taken on a mega role, and in some ways left behind people. Begin to focus on housing, transactions, and forgot the essence of human spirit and the humanity that comes with this work that we all do. I hope over the next several days that you rekindle or strengthen your resolve to go back into your communities and look at it differently. Because I do believe that what's in mind produce after their kind. So if you see yourself working in poor, disadvantaged communities, ask yourself what the people who live there, how they see their communities. So you have to be the visionaries, the people who echo faith and hope, and encourage those who come into your offices every day to strive towards bettering their lives, bettering their situations, bettering their families. We have many challenges in this country. One that really echoes out today is the wealth divide, and how many folks aren't able to buy or afford the basic necessities. We read the reports and the statistics that tell us that by the year 2053, the black community net worth will be zero. Right now, we know it's around 14,000 for every black household and about 121,000 for every white household in terms of wealth. That's not sustainable. It's unsustainable. And so we have to really work at how are we going to bring others along this journey. Because no matter how affordable you make a property for you affordable housing developers, if you can't afford it, it's not affordable. And if you're working in community engagement and the people in your community don't feel like they're being engaged, no matter what you do, they won't participate. And you ask yourself, why is no one coming? I ask you to ask yourself the question, what am I doing to connect them? So we're faced with a lot of opportunities. I hope as you came here, you didn't come here looking for answers to this symposium. I hope that you came with answers. And as you mingle and connect with others that you don't know, I ask that you think through what the possibilities are. How you can make a difference and be a change agent in this whole paradigm of community development. Whether you're a small business owner, whether you're a community development practitioner, whether you're just a neighborhood resident, you have a critical role to play. You have a critical role to play. And the world is waiting for all of us to step up, to be more, and to do more. So, with that said, I'd also do want just to recognize that this year, 2019, marks 400 years since my ancestors landed enslaved on this continent. And when I look around, I don't see many changes. We are in an era where racism has peeked its ugly head again. And we have to really be committed to this racial equity conversation. First of all, we have to be committed to making sure that we, ourselves, individually, are framing our lens around racial equity in terms of how we're looking at each other, irregardless of what the person may appear to look like, that we're not disengaging people around wealth. And that we're looking at every day creating opportunities for individuals to live better lives. You know, I teach, and we have a lot of teachers around here too. But I teach a course at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County in the Africana Studies Department. And during my teaching, I'm required as a teacher to research and bring a heightened conversation to my students. I challenge them every time I get an opportunity to look at what their purpose is. And Reverend Burnett, in her meditation, called out to all of us to ask ourselves the question, what is my purpose? Why am I doing this work other than a paying job? Am I here to make a difference? But sometimes making a difference may be the only single voice in the room. But when you're standing on truth, you can stand there and you can take those criticisms. You can take those blows. Because you know what you're doing is not for yourself, but for the betterment of someone else. So we're going to get started this morning. We have a wonderful panel of discussion to start off this symposium. And I'm going to step away from the mic and allow the moderator to step up to the mic and introduce her panel and introduce herself. And I hope that during the day, as you attend these sessions, be fearless. Challenge your moderators around thoughtful, mindful questions. Because we all individually may not have the answer, but I think and I do believe collectively we can find answers. So again, I welcome all of you for taking time out of your busy days, those who travel distances to get here, those who left your families and your work in your offices, to taking the time to come and share these next 2 days with us. So I applaud you, I appreciate you, and I love you. Thank you.